a lot of folks, especially in Kenya, when theatre began, it was a pure passion project. It was out of love. But right now, if I'm putting together a show, what exactly is my, not take home, but yeah, what's my funding model? How do I make money off it? How do I, get money to put into it? If I'm an actor and I want to make a living off of theatre, is that possible?
Wow. Okay. So, it's really tough. I think the thing about theatre is it's still got that kind of niche feel.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as if we start at the back end, so in terms of income that can be generated from theatre, it's not like film where there are multiple revenue streams. Like,
True.
You can have online, you can go to the cinema, they can sell it to TV, they can sell it abroad, blah, 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 all of those things. So there are really multiple ways to make your money back. With theatre, unless it's like just an endless, you hire a theatre for 4 years or it's just endlessly running,
mm-hmm.
something like Phantom of the Opera or Les Miserables or something. Like if you're hiring the theatre for a certain number of days and a certain number of performances, obviously there are only a certain number of seats in there, so the income is limited by how many tickets you can sell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having a conversation with Mkamze Martella, a few years ago, and she said, if you're charging 1,500 for a ticket or 2,000 for a ticket, 1,500, people are thinking, that's 5 beers or a theatre ticket.
That's how people do the math, yeah.
Well, whatever, a bit. So I feel like it's definitely growing though. When I first started, which was not that long ago, a few years ago, doing theatre in Kenya, I feel there was a more of a younger audience coming in now. Maybe people before it was
Very
people
true.
who had experienced theatre, like the older kind of age group, middle age group. But now, I mean, we did a reading of Dead in Kimathi, trial of Dead in Kimathi a couple of weeks ago, and actually like 80% of the audience were probably under 30.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I think COVID also had something to do with that, because I'll speak for myself. I hadn't really watched much theatre before COVID, and then something happened, and now I'm in the theatre every month, every 2 months, and I'm like, this renaissance, I'm with it. Yeah. Did you see an uptake as well?
Yeah, definitely. Actually, I was kind of a bit worried about the ticket sales, not because they're not doing well. I don't know. I don't even look, to be honest, because there's nothing I can do. If they're not great, they're not great. If they're brilliant, they're brilliant. But I know that the two other shows that were on last weekend, Luanda and the one before, Too Early for Birds, they were really, really packed.
True.
So that actually really gives me hope that we'll do okay.
No, that makes a lot of sense, because the consumption of it is now being taken by the younger audience, which is actually really strange. And there's more of what you've mentioned, like in Kenya, we still don't have like legacy productions. For example, I got a chance to watch Phantom of the Opera, and it had just clocked 100 years, serving as the longest musical play in Broadway. And I was really excited for that. Yeah,
100 years.
Yeah, 90 years, 100 years. I think
No, it was written in 1986, but it's still the longest running play musical is Les Miserables, which was also 1986. But there is a play. The Mousetrap has been running about 80 years. Or
80
something.
years.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely like to know how do you cater to our variant tastes? Because Kenyans sometimes a good half is mostly urban, another one comes in and they're pretty tied on to their culture.
Yeah.
How do you cater to the variant tastes in theatre?
That I didn't take that into account when I first started doing theatre in Kenya, and we did a production of Jesus Christ Superstar. Okay, do you know that? Right. So when we were asking people, because it seemed the National Theatre said what we were doing a partnership with them, what show should we do at Easter? Obvious, Jesus Christ Superstar. It's about the last 7 days of Jesus' life, and then nobody came because they thought it was a crusade. so I think we did like 40% box offices or something on that show. It was a tough call. So yeah. So now I think the way we do shows, especially like I do a lot of shows, we have a partnership with Alliance Française. So we do twice a year, we do a classic French play, but we modernise it and set it in Kenya. So it really resonates. We try everything we do. My Gadwill is the assistant director on all the shows that we do, and I'm constantly saying to him, is this going to resonate? Is it going to resonate? Yeah. Is it going to be relatable? Or that kind of thing we discuss all the time.